Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy KCFL, King Self for Life. Yep, it's late Sunday night. Giving my take on this past Smackdown, and I'm only talking about the main event of Rampage. I'm not talking about nothing else on that show. Nothing. I ain't talking about anything on Rampage because it's just, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be 1,000% with y'all, man. This past Friday was a complete joke. Outside of the bloodline situation, the bloodline stuff, SmackDown was a complete waste of time. It was an afterthought, a joke. They trying to do a whole lot of extra crap. It is. I'm sitting there. I watched this show, man, and I said, "What the heck am I watching?" Then I seen Rampage. I said, "Oh my goodness!" It seemed like it was like SmackDown said, "We're gonna be a joke," and then Rampage said, "Hey, we're gonna be a worse joke." Man, I'm serious. This is why I don't be home watching these shows live, man. I just don't, man. It's listen, wrestling as a whole. I'm not listen. I destroy AEW every now and then any chance I get the opportunity to destroy WWE, you best believe I'm going to destroy them. When they keep putting on filth and foolishness that makes absolutely no type of sense, man, you just have to ask yourself, what the heck are we looking at? But remember, ladies and gentlemen, the clowns that put this foolishness on, I really know that we're gonna tune in regardless. We're gonna watch it regardless. We're gonna complain. We're gonna moan. We're gonna trip out. We're gonna do all the crap. But them clowns at the end of the day, know we still gonna tune in and watch, and they not gonna do a dang thing about it. They're not. They ain't gonna change nothing because we still gonna tune in and watch. You know, it's sad, but it is what it is. So, SmackDown. Let's see. Let's talk about everything that took place. So, let's open up. We got right from the jump, Paul Heyman talking with Jay, talking about what they plan on doing. And Jay said, "Hey, you want to make me the tribal chief? Hey, that's all good and dandy, but hey, I'm going to become the new U.S. champion, and I'm going to be doing my own thing. Oops, and all that stuff." It is what it is on that. So we get the first Money in the Bank qualification match. We got Mustafa Ali, Santos Escobar. Now you have to ask yourself, did Mustafa Ali just pull up to NXT? Now he's back on SmackDown. Make up your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, the freaking draft was a complete bust. It was a bust through and through. If clowns are pulling up on other programs, don't you need to stay on there? The draft is a waste of space and time and matter. It is a waste. It is a freaking waste because you got fools that's supposed to be on Raw pulling up on SmackDown. Then you got fools that's supposed to be on SmackDown pulling up on NXT. Then you got fools that's supposed to be on NXT pulling back up on SmackDown. It's like, make up your mind, but the draft makes no sense, ladies and gentlemen. It just doesn't. Triple H just was out there just bull jiving when he said that the draft was going to change the way how the wrestling platform was. Just lying his behind off, man. Just one big old goof. You know, I see why BC Amplify call that man Snodge McGee Pinocchio. It makes perfect sense for them to give him that name. Shout out to that man right there. Oh, and before I continue, I want to give a huge shout out to my main ace, David. I call him Bishop. His YouTube channel is called Clark Sports. If you're into hearing the real truth about basketball, baseball, professional sports as a whole, check his channel out. I believe it's called Clark Sports. That's CLARK Sports. Check him out. So yeah, I mean, listen, the matchup, it was a good matchup, but you already knew. You knew dang well Mustafa Ali wasn't winning. Ladies and gentlemen, Mustafa Ali more than likely is going to be the one to beat Wesley for the North American Championship. Why the heck are you going to bring him back to the main roster just to lose so he look like a weakling when he go back to NXT? You see what I'm saying? It makes no sense. But again, I get what they were trying to do. Wait, NXT needs views. SmackDown gets the most views between all the WWE shows. Okay. Hey, Mustafa Ali's on NXT. Hey, people who watch SmackDown, tune in to USA on Tuesday nights so we can get those ratings up. Decent match, but you know dang well Mustafa Ali won winning. So Santos Escobar is now in the men's Money in the Bank. Kudos to him. So backstage, you got Sammy walking up to Jay, and he said, "Hey, look, man, you already know we already did what we had to do, but bro, listen, let me tell you something, man. You go in for yourself. Don't pay no attention to Roman. You don't pay no attention to your brother Jimmy. You don't pay no attention to your brother Solo. You do you. You already know. That tribal chief foolishness go to everybody's head. It goes to every. Let me tell you something, bro. You know dang well when I was in that group, I did everything to put the bloodline over. And you know that. And while he was saying I was doing my little goofy dances, JB stayed ready to break character. That man was cheesing harder than that thing. And after he said what he said, he looked at him and just walked off. So then we get, ladies and gentlemen, the women's tag team division, no matter what, is a complete joke. And now the NXT tag team titles are a complete waste of time, a waste of space, matter. Just a waste of time. So now we're doing Alba Fire and Issa Dawn versus Ronda and Shayna to determine the ultimate NXT / women's tag team. They don't, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, what was the whole point? If you was going to do this at the end of the day, what was the point of making these titles in the first place? Just a joke, ladies and gentlemen. A complete joke. It's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. So that matchup is around the corner, and more than likely, Alba Fire and Issa Dawn are going to lose, and Ronda and Shayna are going to be running around with both tag team titles. That's all it is. So then we get a memorial video about Iron Sheik, and perfect timing because right after that, Bayley and Io was coming out, and you heard Bayley basically give him a shout out because when she was a kid, she took a picture with him, and obviously he was a big inspiration to her. Obviously he actually always reached out to her all the time, so this is a huge moment for her and everything. So we had Bayley versus Meechin for the women's side. Bayley wins. She's in the women's Money in the Bank. So then we got backstage situation. You got Scarlett Bordeaux, ringside, AJ, Karrion Kross. So obviously they want to run that back. It is what it is on that. Don't give a crap about that. I told you, man. Look, outside of the presentation, Scarlett, Karrion Kross, I could care less about them. I don't care. I don't give a rat's behind about them. It's just a waste of space and time. And speaking of waste of space and time, now they're trying desperately to quote-unquote change Bianca. Looks like Bianca's going back to bougie Bianca, and you already know how that script works. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I don't trust this company when it's concerning our talent, and I never will. I don't care what they try. It's going to be a fail. I'm just telling y'all right now. So it is what it is on that. Just talked about all that. So then we get Asuka coming out there. Asuka's being presented with the new women's champion. They're not going to call it the Raw Women's Championship. They're just going to call it the WWE Women's Championship. And as she put it around her race around her waist, out of nowhere, because I heard rumblings about Miss Flair pulling back up. She's back, ladies and gentlemen. That's just letting you know right now that Asuka's title reign is going to be very short. Charlotte Flair, the queen, is getting rightfully what she wants back. And again, she's jumping the line. She said, what y'all thought? I go to the back of the line. I don't wait for nobody. And she's right. She's right. Why do you think Trinity and Mercedes ain't there no more? Because of situations like these. Because of situations with the tag team title picture. This is why they're not there. Charlotte's back, and you know Bianca mad. So more than likely, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to turn into a triple threat. It's going to be Bianca versus Charlotte versus Asuka. And more than likely, Charlotte's getting that championship back. That's all I'm going to say about that. Didn't care nothing about the segment. It was stupid. It was dumb. Waste of time. So then Paul talks to Jay about the soul situation again and about him. And he just said what he had to say again. The same thing. It's like they did it early and then they redid it again. So now we get Baron Corbin versus Pete Dunne, a.k.a. Butch, for the next spot in the men's Money in the Bank qualification. And who sit ringside? Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is about getting ratings on NXT. That's all this is. You got Carmelo Hayes, who's been ready for the main roster. He's sitting out there next to Trick Williams. And then you got Baron Corbin talking crap. And with him talking crap, Pete Dunne wins the match. Ladies and gentlemen. So, you telling me this. You want to present Baron Corbin as a serious threat to the NXT World Heavyweight Championship, right? Yet, here he is coming back to the main roster to look like a complete bum. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense, man. So then we get the other women's match. Io Sky versus Shotzi Blackheart, who's supposed to be on Raw. I mean, they don't know what they're doing, man. Io wins. Then we get Austin. He coming out there cutting a promo, talking bull crap. And then we get Sammy and Kevin Owens in the back, basically talking about what they plan on doing with the tag team titles. Next thing you know, all the clowns in the back pulled up. All the clowns. Everybody. From Sheamus to Ridge Holland to OC to LWO to Street Profits. So WWE doing what they do best. Just like Tony Khan loves to do battle royals, WWE loves to do gauntlets. They do a gauntlet every other week. It's a freaking gauntlet. It's gauntlet here, a gauntlet there, a gauntlet everywhere. Gauntlets all over the place. Gauntlets are not special in WWE anymore because they do them every freaking week. Every freaking week. Then we get The Miz 3.0, Grayson Waller is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. He is a joke through and through. That's all I'm going to say. So then we get to the main event. Austin Theory versus Jey Uso. Austin Theory dominating. Jey come back. Jey looking like he finna do something. Next thing you know, Pretty Deadly come out. Ref gets laid out. They come out trying to screw over Jey. Then Jimmy come out to save Jey. And then Solo come out there ready to thumb somebody. Jey stops Solo. Push that man off. And then Jimmy pushed that man off. And as he's about to kick Solo, he accidentally kicks Jey. And Austin Theory retains the championship. Ladies and gentlemen, just like that, Jey Uso's by himself. He can't trust anybody. He cannot trust nobody. And at the end of the day, it's up to Jey what he plans on doing. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Smackdown for you. Like I said, man, like I said, the wrestling on the show was good. It had good wrestling, man. But it's just, they just doing some of the goofiest clown stuff that don't make no type of sense, man. I'm sitting up here like, man, what the heck am I looking at, man? I really am. That's like I said, I'm so glad that I don't be here to watch this stuff live, man. I really don't. I truly don't. I try to watch this stuff, man, and it's just not popping like how I used to, man. It's just not popping. And speaking of Rampage, didn't care about nothing that happened on the show. The only thing I cared about on this show was the main event. Who was going to win with the women concerning who would face Tony on Dynamite. And my girl, Sky Blue, got the victory. But unfortunately, my girl has to lose. She's losing to Tony. That's the bottom line. But kudos to Sky Blue. Hey, shout out to my main man, G Nation. He had tweeted at me and said everything I had to tell y'all about what I said, how Tony Khan has absolutely no idea when it's concerning how to book us. He ain't lying. And I legitimately thought that QT hooking up with Hobbs was going to be a difference maker. Powerhouse Hobbs has become one of the biggest jokes in AEW. Hooking up with QT has turned that man into a complete joke. And apparently they're going to be on Collision. I don't trust Tony Khan. I just don't, man. I don't. Tony Khan is on the same playing field as Triple H and Vince McMahon when it's concerning black talent. I don't care. People can say whatever they want to say. I'm just telling you both it's true. I'm telling you the truth, man. I just feel like, it's just a playing card. Like, we got somebody black on the show, so the black wrestling fans don't be tripping. I'm like, man, I don't care about us being on the show. I tell you all every day, it's about how the heck are we being presented. If we're being presented in a right way, and they have absolutely no idea what they're doing, nothing. It's all a joke. It's one big old joke, and this foolishness that they keep trying to pull off with Matt Hardy and all of them, it's just one big old joke, man. It's a joke. It's a joke. That's why I say, ladies and gentlemen, Rampage needs to go to YouTube. Get this filth off of TV. Get this crap off of TV and put it on YouTube and call it a day. If Collision is going to be the second show that Rampage was supposed to be, make it feel that way, because Rampage is a complete joke. It's a joke through and through. And ladies and gentlemen, that's on Tony Khan. Tony Khan is turning into a joke right before our very eyes. He's turning into a joke. I know AEW hardcore fans are going to be mad at me when I tell the truth about their boy Tony Khan, but he turned into one big old joke. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't really got nothing else to say. Like I said, I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I've been out. I've been busy doing my ride share stuff. So I ain't at home. Like I said, when I get the opportunity to get home, I come home. But like I said, man, when I come home, I'm just hitting the hay. I ain't, but since I'm up, I said, hey, might as well go in here and bellyache and talk a little bit about what I thought about Rampage and Smackdown. But like I say, as of right now, both products is on board job right now. WWE, they hanging together by a thread with the bloodline, and AEW is hanging together by a thread because they got Forbidden Door. Now, the only reason they can escape with Forbidden Door and have no story is because that is the story. It's the fact that you got clowns coming from different promotions wrestling each other. It's like a doggone all-star pay-per-view. That is the only exception I'll give them. But when it comes to the regular scheduled program, Tony Khan, get yourself some help. Learn how to book, and cats like myself won't come on here and beat the brakes off of you. I'm serious. I just keep it 100%, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I do. If you want to continue to hear me out and listen to me, you know exactly what to do. If you new to the channel and you like, man, this is a different voice. I ain't really hear nobody spit it like that when it's concerning wrestling as a whole. And no, I ain't really talk about Impact like that because I don't be watching it like that. But I heard Impact has been hitting as of late. Salute to my main girl, Miss Trinity 52, doing her thing out there. Salute. But man, wrestling, man. I'm just hoping for the best. Like I said, these next couple of weeks, man, these next couple of months got to hit for both products, for both WWE and AEW. They both got to do well because as of right now, they just doing anything right now. And they hanging together, both of them hanging together by a thread. WWE's hanging together by a thread, and same thing with AEW. They hanging together by a thread. But hey, I'll talk to y'all cats later. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment of what you thought. Maybe you think I'm bugging. Maybe you think I'm tripping and say that SmackDown was hot and Rampage was hot. Hey, hit the comment section up and tell me why you think I'm tripping. But if you in 100% agreement with me, you know exactly what to do. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.